right, welcome back to another exciting episode of Start a Bet 'em Fantasy Football Podcast, where gambling meets fantasy. I'm your host, Brendan Shelly. I'm with my guy, Dan Ambrose. Dan Ambrose, how was your first week of playoffs?
Second week, who's counting?
Well played.
Yeah, but it wasn't great. However, I'm looking forward to this week. I'm excited to see what happens in this Patriots game. I'm actually excited to hear your take on the game as well, because I guess I got my thoughts on it. So
yeah, I have a lot to talk about that game. I really do. First and foremost, the game completely changed. Bo Nix out. Poor guy. I mean, that is unbelievable. I didn't watch the replay. I heard it's pretty gruesome. I know it's gone viral a few times. I just didn't feel like watching it. One of those days where I'm like, I don't need to see some guy's ankle just falling apart and zoomed in. So I stayed away from it. But regardless, he's basically the end of the game, killing clock and ruined his ankle. And
he kneeled and broke his ankle. It's okay.
That hurts a lot.
What, the ankle breaking or the
Broncos and the ankle, correct. But that game in general, you want to just start talking about the games? Might as well. We'll start with the Bills game. It went exactly as I thought it would, man. It was extremely tight. We definitely talked a lot about this in detail. I liked the Denver Broncos in this. They won. It was a good game. I cleaned house on that game too. I think we went up almost 8 units that game. We were undefeated that game. I think we went 6-0, and then I'll get into the next games. But really, really good game for us financially. And overall on the weekends, we went up 9.8 units. So we had a great weekend. So if you followed us, congratulations. You have more money to play with. I know there was 2 of those games that did not net part of that 9.8, but we did damn good the other 2. So that's what gambling is.
McDermott gets fired right after the loss. Whether it was needed or not, probably needed in the sense of, like, I think he probably took him as far as he can. For whatever reason, he just can't get over that hump. And I'm not opposed to that after a certain amount of time, right? I think he's been there, what now? 9 years? Is that what it was?
Yeah, exactly. 9 years.
So,
yep.
I mean, if it hasn't happened yet, you can't get him in. He can't even get to the Super Bowl. And it's probably not going to happen. I think Josh Allen has a lot to do with that. Pretty stupid turnovers and plays, especially the one right before half. I saw him pouting up on the stage afterwards. Probably should have been, because he did cost them that game.
I agree.
And got his coach fired.
Yeah, exactly. And got his coach fired. Exactly. So, so Dan didn't see the clip today. There's a viral clip right now. Brandon Beane, the general manager, somehow escaped the unemployment line. He should be there with Sean McDermott. If you're going to fire one, you got to fire both in this situation, because Brandon Beane is not the answer. Sean McDermott, apparently, I read 9 weeks ago, he sat down ownership and said, I need more parts. I need a better team. This is not a playoff built team. And apparently left a really nasty taste in the ownership's mouth, and they got rid of him. And the press conference today, Dan, the one that you got to hear about, Brandon Beane's up there. He got asked about Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman was a high second-round pick for the Bills. They don't invest in the wide receiver position since Stephon Diggs, let's be honest about it, except for paying old guys a lot of money that they don't deserve. But what happened was the owner jumps in, and the owner literally stops the reporters and says, whoa, wait a minute. Everybody keeps asking Brandon Beane all these questions. In reality, it was Brandon that didn't want Keon Coleman. The coaching staff pushed to have Keon Coleman. It was insane. And poor Keon Coleman's watching this shit at home like, what the fuck, dude? I'm still here. I still play for the team. And they basically said what a shitty pick that was. And like, it was ill-advised. And they didn't get into too much, but the speculation's there. And if I were that player, I am fuming. Like, dude, what the hell? Like, how embarrassing. How embarrassing, just be called out like that in the middle of a press conference. It's hilarious. I mean, what about that shitty pick he had? That's pretty much what happened. And he's like, whoa, that was McDermott's fault. And now there's other clips, and I'll post them with this. But
if Coleman's not there next year, then what's it matter?
No, he's still there. He's 100% still there. He might not be now.
Yeah,
he might not be now. Yeah.
If they already know that, if they already know his future, like, they don't care.
Yeah, and now there's a lot of other clips that have come out since with Brandon Beane talking at the draft with other coaches and other staff members saying how high he is on Keon Coleman. Yeah, it's awesome. It makes me so happy. Yeah. Do you want to get into the game? Everybody that watched, it was an excellent game. It was an overtime game. This has been one of the most exciting ends of seasons I've seen in quite some time. The just how the proximity of these games, how close they are, minus the next game we're going to talk about. They've been fantastic. They really have. Wonderful,
it was
wonderful
a good
play.
game. It just shows how close the NFL is, right? It's just one play here, one play there. Broncos looked good enough to win, right? I think the Bills would have beat the Patriots this week had they won. I also don't think think Broncos losing Bo Nix is as big of a downgrade, and it's showing on the line as well. That's not as big of a downgrade as what people think it is.
Well, that's what I was getting excited about. I know more than I should about Jarrett Stidham. I had him on my dynasty team, 2 different teams, and I remember reading tons of articles about Sean Payton literally singing the praises of Jarrett Stidham. And if you guys remember correctly, before Russell Wilson, it was Jarrett Stidham's team. And Sean Payton was confident going into the next season that Jarrett Stidham was their starting quarterback until they got Russell Wilson. And after the Russell Wilson shit show, they were like, hey, Stidham's our guy again. And obviously Bo Nix took it from him. But there's some talent there. I bet some bets on him. You want to get into the next game or just recap the weekend first? Then we'll do the upcoming
recap the weekend. So the 49ers Seahawks, that game was an ass whooping. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think it was as much to do with the 49ers injuries. I mean, obviously it doesn't help them, but Seahawks look good.
Seahawks, they're a good team, man. And we got our ass kicked that game. Let's first let me look at that and just recap how bad that game went for us specifically. It was really what beat us was Rashid Shaheed. I chased it. So instead of sitting pretty.
You didn't do the opening kickoff return?
No, I did not have that as a bet. No, I did not do that. But I did have Rashid Shaheed, and everybody that followed us probably did too. 19.5 receiving yards. And then it dropped steadily. And Shaheed, if you recall correctly, they were targeting downfield quite a bit, and he just couldn't go get it. So I figured one of these he's eventually going to connect, and then the Seahawks just ran away with it. And my secondary bet was a waste of money. Right. So I didn't see the blow up the way it did, but Seattle winning this game did not shock me. The manner that they did. San Fran not having the players, the health, finally caught up to them. And it was pretty obvious.
I don't know if they looked really good though. Like even if they were all there, I don't know if it would have mattered. The Seahawks better.
Mm-hmm.
Next game, Texans Patriots. This game gave me some joy. I took the Patriots in this game. That was good. I took the over. So everyone talking about how great these defenses are, blah blah blah. It's usually a good sign to take the over.
Oh yeah,
so it hits. And then Stroud is a problem for the Texans, and I don't know. I think he'll get another year, right? But he can't get it figured out next year. There's going to be some.
It might be a Kyler Murray situation where he has a decent year again. They give him a shit ton of money, and then they regret it immediately.
I hope so.
I can see that happening. This game got us back a little bit. The ones that broke our heart, the over was the easy one because you and I said it's Trap City's got to be an over because everybody was hammering the under. And the other takeaway from this, really, one that broke my heart was the I should have put more on Stroud interceptions. Remember, I said this is the pick of the day. Like Stroud's just going to throw so many picks. He gets happy feet. They blitz and he gets all disjointed and makes shitty decisions. He's done this his whole career, and we did hit it, but we didn't hammer it. I'm very upset by that. Christian Kirk didn't do what I wanted him to do that game. So it was a rough game for us, that game, actually. That game, other than the over and our beloved CJ Stroud interceptions, we didn't have a great game. We did not have a great game on that one. But we came back like epically on the Chicago Rams game. That was awesome for us, not awesome for the Bears, if you want to get into that.
So I think this was, I guess the Bills Broncos game was good because of the high scoring, but I felt like the drama was better with the Rams Bears game. And I think that your boy Ben Johnson cost the Bears their season.
And I don't know what he was doing with all those fourth down attempts that we were talking about.
So you go for it on fourth down. You elect not to kick the field goal because you're trying to score a touchdown and be aggressive, right? You do that a couple times. It blows up in your face. And then fourth quarter with 20 seconds left, you have a chance to fucking win the game. and you're like, let's just kick the extra point. No, we're done gambling today. That is
it was so weird to me.
mindset.
I'm with you. I agree. And it was so not needed. A couple of those fourth down conversions where they went from like, what are you doing? You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. And but by the way, that play, I mean, that's going to be one of the greatest plays in the last 10 years. It's going to be on replays for just in general. Bill Williams rolling back, running 15, 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage and just throwing it over his shoulder. They did lose, I know, but
it has nothing to do. No one's going to remember that.
We still talk about OJ. We talk about Beckham's catch all the time. He lost that game. They lost that game. Odell Beckham, where he goes up and catches a one-handed catch.
It was a regular season game too, right? I mean,
it was correct, but I'm telling you, you remember plays like that. That's going to be one of those replayed plays that people will talk about. That was insane. That was an insane.
I don't disagree. It was a great play.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was awesome. It was huge. I don't know how much of it was luck and skill. The skill of it is that Caleb Williams running backwards can throw the ball 45 yards in the air. I mean, that's what impressed. I mean, he was falling backwards almost, just running away from these guys. And he kind of takes a little stutter step and just lets it rip and hits the back corner of the end zone. Komet was right there. It was perfect. Komet, it was that. I even put an X post up on this. I mean, that play saved my whole goddamn weekend. With that, it was an amazing play. So this was awesome. So we hit Caleb Williams over 215.5, and I also went for the 225 over. We hit both of those with that throw. And we also had Cole Kmet over 8.5 receiving yards at plus money. That hit. There was like 3 bets on that one that hit. It was amazing. It was everything that could have went well. Oh, touchdown passes for Caleb Williams too. So I hit 3 bets on that one that changed the trajectory of my whole weekend. It's just that crazy. Yeah. So instead of going up 9.8 units, we would have went down like 2 or something like that. It's how dramatic the swing was. So I love that play. If it's not the all-time greatest play of all time, Dan, I don't give a shit. It's a great play for Brendan Shelly. I did say all-time.
Greatest all-time? Okay.
Yeah, I know. But it's a great Brendan Shelly play. I'm very excited for that one. I'll watch that shit on replay and just think of all my bets I cashed after that.
Sure. Again, I do think the Rams winning kind of sets up a interesting matchup though this week. McVay, I think, will have these guys ready. The division and everything, them playing each other. This is what, 3rd time in the seasons. I think it'll be a pretty good game.
I'm excited too. Let's go over what are you seeing for these games first? We'll start with that. Let's go over the games.
Patriots are -5, largest favorite away team in 50 years when it comes to the conference championship games. So I think the play is actually the Broncos here. I don't think there's that big of a downgrade between Bo Nix and Stidham. When it comes down to it, Sean Payton will figure out what Stidham's good at and do that. No different than what he does with Bo Nix. Bo Nix not that great. And QBR, that's all everyone's ever talk about. So look it up.
So. He just Peyton gets these guys ready to win. You're right, and he puts them in positions to throw high completion balls, and it gets them in a groove. The only issue is this Patriots defense, man. They're pretty damn good. They're very good.
I think the Patriots win.
All right, okay, yeah. But you're leaning for the Broncos. You said
take the +5.
Okay, I like that. I personally I like the props, you know that. So I'm not pointing either way. If I were to pick, I'm picking the Patriots only because of the way they've rallied behind Vrabel. And, Drake May's playing decent. He had a bad game last week, in my opinion. I don't think he played well at all. So if they lost, I could have easily said, this is Drake May's fault. But let's get over it. So I did the first one, we'll start with Jarrett Stidham. I got a Jarrett Stidham bet. He likes to run a little bit. And Jarrett Stidham is going to be running Sunday when he's under pressure. And I have Jarrett Stidham over 4.5 rushes at +125. I like the vig on that. That's one of the primary reasons I'm doing this. And you got to think situationally, Patriots are going to roll him out and blitz the hell out of him. This guy's going to do everything he can to stay alive. And Bo Nix, he ran when he had to, and that offensive line is used to a scrambling quarterback, and I don't see anything really changing. I can see Stidham getting, chunk plays here and there. So 4.5 rushes, I can see that happening. I like that bet.
You think they blitz up from the beginning?
Yeah.
You don't think they just load up and see if they're going to run the ball?
Well, here's the thing, too. If they load up and run the ball, too, you have R.J. Harvey. I heard that J.K. Dobbins is coming back too. I haven't checked the injury report, but that was another bet I was tempted to do under on Harvey, because I'm telling you, that Patriots defense is just legitimate. It really is. And they have RJ Harvey over 72.5 rushing and receiving yards. I'm very tempted to bet the under on that. As I find out if I think I should probably bet it today, because if Dobbins is playing, that number is coming down.
Correct.
So I should probably look at that and make that bet today. But for now, here's what I got. I did Jared Stidham, like I talked about. I stuck with Will Lutz. He's made us some money before. I'm going to go with him again. Over 1.5. Oh, shit, I bet the wrong bet here, Dan. Oh,
you did PATs.
Yeah, I did not like that. I want to do field goals. I want to do over 1.5 field goals, and I got Will Lutz over 1.5 PATs. So I'm rooting for touchdowns now.
Score 2 touchdowns.
Damn, this is the backwards bet of what I wanted to do. Let's see if they'll let me cash out. Nope, they are not letting me cash out. Those sons of bitches. They're listening to our show live.
Right.
All right. And then, so that one's going to lose. So don't follow me on that one. I do like Will Lutz over 1.5 field goals. That was at plus money too. That's why I went for that. Then I like Hunter Henry, the old classic, Drake May target. Over 3.5 targets is at minus 119. That is my largest bet of this game. You go for the guy you trust. You go for your security blanket. And all season long, it's been Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry, who's been a little injured the last few weeks, and I think he comes Sunday and has a decent game. And with that, one of those completions is probably going to be a touchdown. I got Drake May throwing 2 touchdown passes. So Drake May over 1.5 touchdown passes at plus 120. Denver Broncos, excellent secondary, excellent defense overall, but I think they're in the top 3 in the league with PIs for some reason. They get a lot of pass interferences and been very physical. That goes over pretty well, but it gets you also at the goal line. And Vrabel, for some reason, he likes to throw the ball in the red zone. So I can see them getting close, and Drake May either running it in or punching it in with a quick touchdown pass to one of these guys.
So you're talking about a lot of touchdowns here. You leaning towards the over on 42.5?
Well, let's be honest. The one touchdown bet I didn't mean to bet, so I thought it was going to be 2 field goals. I can see, what is the over under on this anyway? 41.5, right? 42.5. I think it's pretty much dead on, man. I think it's dead on. I can see this being a 2020 game. I'm fine with that. 23-20 game.
So
over. Yeah, I guess so. Over 42.5. Yeah, it's over, right? 20 to 23 is over. Correct, Dan. Yeah, you're right. That's 43 points.
Just ask a quick question. Over under.
Yes. It's I don't do that, but I'm gonna go with over in this game. The other wild card I like here is I'm going with the old Sean Payton reliable. Adam Troutman, he drafted him in New Orleans. Payton always talks about this guy. And every opportunity he can get him the ball, he has. And he started to do it again. Last week, he had 2 catches, so he's getting back up and involved in the offense. And honestly, he's a better blocker than Evan Ingram. So with the backup quarterback playing, I can see Troutman getting on the field more and easily getting over 6.5 yards receiving. And that's at minus 105. That's my second biggest bet of this game. Yep. So I guess I'm going tight end heavy. Hunter Henry and Adam Troutman are my 2 biggest bets this game. What do you think? What's your thoughts on the game? Is it going to be over for you?
I have to look at a couple different things. I want to see, like, when Stidham played before, what that looked like in some of those games.
Didn't look great.
He hasn't played in a while. I know.
Yeah.
And it may even change my mind on the -5, but I think with that number, they want you to take the Patriots.
They definitely do.
Yeah. I'm like, I see the Patriots winning by 4, probably 3 or 4.
And
so
they're, with that though, the book also has you pushing to bet the over, the one that I just said to bet.
No, for sure.
Yeah, because the under's I think at minus 125. I saw.
Well, that would be the thing. Like, for me, if I'm going to take the under, then I'm guessing that it's going to be because the Patriots are the only ones scoring.
Yeah, and I don't know. We got to see how Stidham's looking. I mean, this has been one of the most who knows kind of moment, but I watched Stidham. I watched a lot of tape of Stidham. I had Stidham on numerous teams. I read a lot about him. I read Sean Payton's praises, and he's a great quarterbacks coach. So I can see Stidham showing up and having a decent game. There was a couple bets I was tempted to do. He's over 190 in passing yards, but once again, the Patriots defense is just too damn good. It's not that I don't want to bet on Stidham, that 190. He can do it. I just don't know how Vrabel's going to get his team fired up to come into this game. And I don't trust playing versus that defense and hoping that my guy can make money off him after he just got on the field for the first time in how long. Too many things. So that's why the only thing with Stidham I feel very comfortable with is that over rushing attempt. You know, I like that a lot.
I'm just looking at some of Stidham's numbers here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he's average. He's like he's throwing like 55, 60%, and then he's good for a touchdown and 2 picks. And then 40 yards on the ground rushing. If you look at him, that's when my memory serves me. 2003 is when he got his opportunity, I think.
That sounds, I mean, I'm looking at it, 2023.
I think so. Yeah. That was the year he got his, at the end of the season, he got in there, and then they said he was going to
So he's 20 for 32.
Yeah, I don't know.
Over 224, 272. Yeah. All right. They don't really score much when he's in, so we'll see.
Nope. We will see. I will probably post up if I go under that RJ Harvey bet too, by the way. It says I don't have a stable internet connection. Do you still see me?
I see you.
Oh, good. I see you. Good. All right.
I'm looking at 2022. He did throw for 365 one game.
That's what it was.
Shootout with San Francisco.
I'm mixing up my years then. So my years. So maybe
23 he played as well.
Okay, good. The back end of 23 specifically, I think he came in and played a lot.
So the 22 and 23, he played the last 2 games.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, well, all right. We'll see.
Yeah, meh. He's meh. He's meh. We'll see. It's a shame, man. You get all the way there. Imagine being a Broncos fan and be like, everything's on the line, and you're like, come on, Stidham. I mean, the OG posted a great post. I'm going to throw that on our thing. Nick Foles is like, hey, just throwing this out there, but Patriots in the playoffs don't do too well with backup quarterbacks. That was pretty badass. That was awesome. Big Dick Nick, man. I hope that guy lives till he's 105 so he can keep telling people the story. How Tom Brady refused to shake his hand.
No, they won't show any of those highlights because they'll be showing your Caleb highlights because when he lost.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's a very good. Hey, look what Mahomes, that throw where he was falling on the ground. That guy didn't catch the ball. Hit him right in the freaking forehead, and he didn't catch it. Remember?
No.
That Super Bowl, Mahomes is falling, throws the ball midair, and somehow throws the ball 30 yards without any feet and hits his receiver literally right in the face mask.
Oh, is that
I think
the one?
It was Kadarius Toney.
Cole
Hardman. Yes.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yep. And just that throw, but that was on the highlight. Every other week I'll see that highlight, and it's an incomplete pass, Dan. So you got to respect talent when you see it. And that play by Caleb Williams, that throw was awesome. That's why he was the number 1 overall pick. That's the first time I've been like, look at that talent. That's amazing. Now, only if he didn't, screw it up. Yeah. Yeah, Ben Johnson did. I agree with you.
He wasn't like, hey, I want to kick this extra point.
Damn it. I know. I love Ben Johnson too. That broke me.
My whole frustration is, and you can say it with like Dan Campbell's a good example too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Either you're doing it or you're not, right? Either you're that guy who goes for it every time. Like, what changes at the end of the game when you can actually win the game?
It's the gut. I told you. This is that whole thing. You can't coach with your gut anymore. It doesn't work like that because the whole stream of statistics is right in your face. You can go to Amazon Prime Game, whatever the hell it's called, and you can watch. I put on that weird mode. It looks like you're watching Madden, and you see all the stats flying. You see the players, and I love it. But that shows you either that you have a good coach or a fucking idiot. And Ben Johnson looks like a goddamn idiot. It's a shame because he's been a great coach. He's not a good coach. He's been a great coach all season. The way he's led that team, the way he's rallied, everybody in that locker room looks like they would run through a wall for him. I mean, that's huge to have that. So it's a shame. I was rooting for them. I was. Rams won. They should have won. It is what it is. Now the next game, now we're talking Rams now. So what do you see in this game?
Rams, Seahawks, right? Seahawks minus 2.5. Over unders 47. I want the Rams to win so bad, but you got to take the Seahawks, I think.
What's the line, Dan? Let's go over the line again. What did you say? 2.5? Yeah. I'm with you. You cannot not go with this team right now. The Seahawks are so hot, and they're just clicking. I got a bunch of bets. They went a little heavy this game. I went back to the bucket for a few too. Our running joke of Blake Corum, I did it again. I'm a goddamn idiot. He lost for us last week, but Blake Corum over 0.5 yards as his longest reception. This is the way to get him, folks. This is what shopping the lines is. There's multiple options of Blake Corum. You can have Blake Corum over half catch, and that's at -105. Looks good. Nice little almost even money. Or you can go Blake Corum receiving yards at over half yard at +110, or you can just be greedy like I was and find Blake Corum over half yards as his longest reception at +115. So, dude, you need 1 yard, buddy. That's all I'm asking for, Blake Corum. Just catch the ball and get the yard, and then we win. So I did it again, Dan. Right now we are 4-2 with this bet. Going into last week, we were 4-1. Blake Corum's made us money a lot. So rooting for it again in the playoffs, thinking it should hit. We'll see what happens. So I did the Blake Corum. I also dipped back into Rashid Shaheed because he effed me over last week, and I figured let's go back and try that again. Shaheed over 15.5 yards as the longest completion is at -108. The guy doesn't run a route less than 15 yards. So why wouldn't his longest completion be 15.5? That's sarcasm, by the way. They do bubble screens with him. They do a lot to try to get him the ball. But regardless, when he has the ball in his hands, he's dangerous. And I'm rooting and betting that he gets the ball. That's it. That's all I'm betting. And I think 15.5 yards is very achievable for a longest reception for him. And then I got a bunch more. Stafford, I went with Stafford to over 22.5 completions. I didn't bet this yet, but to me, this seems pretty goddamn good. I mean, Seahawks defense is fantastic. Seahawks offense has been clicking. Zach Charbonnet's out for the year. We didn't mention that earlier. That's pretty big. But that means Sam Darnold needs to throw the ball. And if he does well, like he's done serviceably, and Kenneth Walker breaks 1 or 2 on the ground, then you got to have Stafford throwing the ball. So 22.5 completions for a guy that throws the ball 50 goddamn times a game, very achievable to me. So Stafford over 22.5 completions, and some of them are going to go to Tyler Higbee. They always do. Over 1.5 catches at -127. I love that bet, Tyler Higbee. And then finally one with the rush attempts, man. Sam Darnold over 2.5 rushes at -140. And I did Stafford over 1.5 rushes at +155. Dude, we're talking NFC Championship. These guys are going to do whatever they have to do to win the game. Stafford, broken back and all, whatever the hell's going on with him. He's going to do tush push. He'll run the ball if he has to. These guys will get whatever yards they need. And the winner's probably going to take a kneel at the end anyway. Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully don't break his ankle, but
well, I don't care as long as it hits my bet.
Yeah. I'm looking at what they call betting splits, and Circa is known for high action from pro bettors because they don't kick anybody out. And right now, the plays are Rams +2.5 and Broncos +4.5. Interesting.
That is interesting.
Then the over in the Rams game, and it's even for the other one.
They have 46?
47.
47? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. So the Rams defense is bad. They've been bad. It makes
sense to me if the play is the Rams at +2.5, that you would also take the over.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. Me personally, once again, everybody, I do the props. Dan does the game. So I probably will get greedy and hopefully they hit. I went 2-0 on my over-unders last week. This week, I'll follow you on that. You want to do over on this or what? I like the under, if anything. 47 points, a lot of points. That Seattle defense is pretty damn good.
I just feel like every time these teams play each other, it's crazy.
It is. I'll give you that. And the Rams defense is abysmal. They're abysmal. But when you have guys like Puka Nacua, you got a chance. Stafford slinging it. Devontae Adams at the end of the game, like suddenly overtime, Stafford's like, oh shit, I forgot Devontae Adams played here.
So they that was bizarre. They score 40 in the first meeting in November when the Rams beat them.
Defense was good then.
Yeah.
Their defense was good then.
75 points in the second game when the Seahawks won by 1.
What week was that? It was like 15, right?
December 18th. So yeah, whatever that would have been.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, I'm going to read a little bit more about it. I'll make an educated decision. As of now, I'm not going to do it just to do it for the show. Yes. Right. But yeah, we got a lot of money spread around. I'll post all these. All my picks are on Pickett too. You can follow me. BShells13 at on X. Dan's D Ambrose 04. Do you got anything else, man? You want to throw out there?
No, I'm good. Good luck to everybody, and hopefully the weekend goes well. I'm going to say it for NFL's sake. I really don't want to see Stidham in the Super Bowl. I don't think that's going to be a good matchup against either the Rams or the Seahawks. So
yeah,
I'm hoping it's Broncos, and then either team for the NFC side. Or sorry, I'm hoping it's Patriots, and I don't care about the I like the Rams. I like McVay. I'm not a big Dark fan, so I'd rather have the Rams, Patriots.
I don't like McVay. I respect McVay. I'll just keep it at that. I respect his knowledge.
Did you guys have a run-in or what?
No, I just think he's a douche. Something about him. It's like stepbrother. Something about you just makes me want to punch you in the face. Like every time I see him and he talks, I'm like, shut up, man. Just shut up. Cool. You can recall a play from 15 years ago. Congratulations, man. How many friends do you have? Can you count them?
How about
I know. It's called money, Dan. They're not real. They're not real, damn it. Yeah, I respect McVay. I respect the coaching tree McVay's created. And speaking of which, McDaniels, we should speak about that. He's going to the Chargers. I love that for the Chargers.
That's two of the most awkward guys in
yes,
the building.
Yes. There's a great post I saw. I don't remember who posted it. Oh, Colin McTamney. I follow him on X. He's hilarious. But he basically said they'll be having some weird philosophical conversation, and you have Herbert just like, what the fuck is happening right now? But I love that signing. I think a lot of players are going to go to the moon with that. I think Omarion Hampton, first and foremost, most obvious. But Quentin Johnson, the guy that came out of nowhere this year, I hate him. I hated him for years. I still might not buy him, but he's a good buy right now. You got a speed demon like that. You have the world's their oyster. Isn't that the line or some shit with the world's your oyster? That's a line. And that's what's going to happen to Quentin Johnson if he can just catch the ball a little better.
I'm interested now to see what happens here in Vegas with the coaching. It's going to be a shit show.
What do you want to happen?
My gut tells me McDermott wouldn't be a terrible thing, but that might be, I don't know if he would want to come into this chaos. I mean, I think that's the problem. I don't think you're going to get anybody with anybody that's reputable, right? Like,
yep,
Tomlin ain't coming in.
No, absolutely not.
So I don't know. Unless Tomlin loves Brady, I don't know. Maybe that could possibly be.
I did like that McDaniels. He told the Browns to fuck off today. Just basically, that's how everybody found out he was taking the OC job, is because he canceled the Browns. Like, yeah, I'm not interested anymore. Sorry, guys.
He interviewed here. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Like,
yeah,
but
Stefanski, that was a good signing. I like that one a lot.
I mean, how do you think that all goes down for him?
I guess you're right. I mean, he needs to get his chops back, get back in offense. You get the feel for the team, you get the feel for the league again, and then you make a name for yourself. They can show that he's had success here, separate himself from the Browns again, had success again. So I think he almost has to reinvent himself to just get away from the Browns name, unfortunately. But I like Kevin Stefanski. I told you that last episode. He should have been a hot name during this search.
Yeah, but do you think he does anything in Atlanta?
I don't know. I know you don't like Penix. Penix has a hell of an arm. If he can just get the right coaching, and Stefanski could potentially be that guy, you might get some good production out of that offense. You got Bijan Robinson, who's he's the next Christian McCaffrey, basically. And then you got Drake London, who's a hell of a receiver. And then Kyle Pitts, who's a piece of shit, but he's a great talent when he plays smart. He did. Yeah. He did. So there's some possibilities with that Atlanta team, and they're a pretty decent defense. Raheem Morris had that defense ready to go. So I actually think they're a solid team to walk into, and I think they got a lot of cap space too, if I recall correctly. So Stefanski coming in there, I think it was a good move for him. If he can get some more quality play from these players, he's going to be fine. And he has Kirk Cousins there too, just to fall back on if he needs it. And I don't think he'll be afraid of saying, no, I don't want that quarterback, because look what happened with Deshaun. Apparently, he didn't want Deshaun. I've heard that numerous times. So I know he didn't want Baker, though. And how about that Baker?
Yeah, right.
Why don't you recap that for everybody here, Dan?
Oh, Baker just being himself, saying that he got shipped off like a piece of garbage. Can't wait to see him.
Yes, I love it. Yep, twice a year, he said.
Yeah, see you twice a year. Yeah, we'll see how long he stays in Tampa with the way he played at the end of the year.
Yeah, he kind of fell off a cliff. Did you see San Fran, by the way? They're doing an investigation on their injuries. I read an article today.
The league is or what?
No, John Lynch. He hired a private investigator and these scientists to come out to their practice field and facility.
Oh, like why it's happening?
Yeah, they've had more injuries and yeah.
You see the tinfoil hat thing?
Yeah, with electricity. Yeah, they're testing it. They're actually testing it. The EMFs. Yeah, they're testing it. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm very, very curious about that. It's not quite windmills. Windmills are giving everybody cancer. Remember? But we'll see what happens here. Yes. All right, everybody. That'll do it. I got a little political. I apologize. I quote funny things, and that was fucking hilarious. All right, thank you. Have a good one. Keep listening. Keep us involved with your bets. Send them over, man. We want to see this shit. So good luck.
Brendan pro Greenland takeover too. So we all know that.
That is not true.
Yo, my raps vaulted, here my memory banks that never be released. Box cause inside the apple, you're in for a treat. Paper cuts in a vicious way, run it back, dad give away the hand off the seats.